Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Comment, I comment back. Nieces and nephews, is your favorite uncle at the barbecue. Give me some. I like that. Ayeverb, we are here with part 2. What you gonna do? Mickey is on your helmet. It's the 7-day plague. 7. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You might hear some of this. You might hear a lot of this. But it's Mickey Factz. I don't think you're gonna hear none of this. Stay out of the booth. I repeat, stay out of the booth. This is not for you. You're not gonna hear that. It's Mickey Factz. We're gonna give it up and just keep it 100 out here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be biased, but you know, Mickey delivered the goods. You're not gonna hear this.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Yo, you're so disrespectful.
My bad, man. My bad, man.
But you might hear this.
The booth is on fire. I repeat, the booth is on fire. He's heating up.
So Mickey dropped the number 2. Let's get right to it. Let's stop bullshitting. Mickey dropped number 2 of the 7-day plague. First one was crazy. So I'm imagining this is crazier because he texted me and says it's getting worse. It's gonna get worse. Now I ain't gonna hold you, Mickey. You might not get 2 of those, but I'll tell you if it's you're my man, but it is what it is, right? So let's get to it, man. This was called Shutter Island. I remember the movie Shutter Island. Now Mickey is getting cryptic and stuff, but nonetheless, man, let's get to it, man. What we got? What we got here, Mick?
A man who lies to the world is a liar. A man who lies to himself built an island and crowns himself God of it.
While I was packing up this funeral, I came to the conclusion that nigga Chaz is delusional, so sad and unusual. Nigga base his whole life track stacking the numeral and how many views you do. Wow, that shit is juvenile. Comparing numbers like an accountant that stare at numbers. I can hear you suffering. Verb don't understand.
Gotta rewind this, man. The flow is consistent. I like the beat. I actually love the beat. The flow is consistent. It's just like it's not, you know, he got the breath control going and whatnot, man. And you really got to pay attention to what he's saying. Let's get it.
A man who lies to the world is a liar. A man who lies to himself built an island and crowns himself God of it.
Now, you know what he's saying about Verb. He called himself the island god or whatever, warriors and stuff. He got the set and all that shit. You know, he's built this island onto his own and whatnot. So he's just pretty much the Lulu, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here we go.
While I was packing up this funeral, I came to the conclusion that nigga Chaz is delusional, so sad and unusual. Nigga base his whole life track stacking the numeral and how many views you do. Wow, that shit is juvenile. Comparing numbers like an accountant that stare at numbers. I can hear you suffering. Verb don't understand how the internet function. He carves a narrative under the real comparative substance. It's a scary consumption. Eric.
I gotta rewind that. It's like the narrative is fire. You like catching up with the narrative and you looking at the words at the same time. Oh, by the way, another visual. I ain't gonna lie. I'm okay with the visual. It's Mickey, you know what I'm saying? He gets a pass for this one. He gave us some fire videos and shit like that. Sometimes visuals work here. All right? So let's go again with it. I gotta rewind that. I gotta rewind that.
A man who lies to himself built an island and crowns himself God of it.
While I was packing up this funeral, I came to the conclusion that nigga Chaz is delusional, so sad and unusual. Nigga base his whole life track stacking the numeral and how many views you do. Wow, that shit is juvenile. Comparing numbers like an accountant that stare at numbers. I can hear you suffering. Verb don't understand how the internet function. He carves a narrative under the real comparative substance. It's a scary consumption, arrogant sucker with the weirdest assumption that some of us believes his character judgment. There is reluctance, but I'm really disgusted and I fear at this juncture the inside is outwardly starting to appear through the punctures, creating worlds in his mind like God from inception. It's his job to decept.
Creating world in his mind like I see what's going on here. I see what is going on here. I see what's going on here. I'm not dressed for the occasion. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Comparing numbers like an accountant that stare at numbers. I can hear you suffering. Verb don't understand how the internet function. He carves a narrative under the real comparative substance. It's a scary consumption, arrogant sucker with the weirdest assumption that some of us believes his character judgment. There is reluctance, but I'm really disgusted and I fear at this juncture the inside is outwardly starting to appear through the punctures, creating worlds in his mind like God from inception. It's his job, the deception of a man in front of 200 stands would start calling himself God is deflected. Truth is he moving state to state, horrible tenant. Look. In his mind like God from inception. It's his job, the deception of a man in front of 200 stands would start calling himself God is deflected. Truth is he moving state to state, horrible tenant. Look, it screams no stability. A voice without a face is a ghost with a whole stability. He did an interview, I was close to devoting energy to ask him if he needed some help. The hair under his hat was already visibly not combed, literally, but he's saying he bought a Corvette. That boy stressed, man, what drove him to misery? I didn't even.
The booth is on fire. I repeat, the booth is on fire. He's heating up.
Mickey, the flow is crazy, Mick. Mick, the flow is crazy. Have you not understand that he's giving you different flows in each and every diss track he's dropped? This man is the dean of Pendulum Inc. I got to keep a close eye on this situation. I got to keep a closer eye on this situation. Verb, he is breaking you down into fractions.
The hair under his hat was already visibly not combed, literally, but he's saying he bought a Corvette. That boy stressed, man, what drove him to misery? I didn't even ask him, I just posted about my Benz and how it talked to me. He brung up a fantasy car, awkwardly, that nigga was broke, and he's claiming he's marketing. Frank gave him some hope, but why are you still targeting the sponsors? Jared McCoy was funding community. You said some slick shit like a vulture, foolishly, he's gone. The shit is all over due to you stupidly. Ayo.
$66 it's supposed to be 67 inmates, 67 66 60. What's the 67 okay
RP gave you the closure and did it ruthlessly. You said Shy Money was gonna sign you, that's a lie. You took a couple meetings, that's it, nigga, you satisfied? Yeah.
Yo, did you hear this shit what he said about the sponsors?
What drove him to misery? I didn't even ask him. I just posted about my Benz and how it talked to me. He brung up a fantasy car. Awkwardly, that nigga is broke, and he's claiming he's marketing. Frank gave him some hope, but why are you still targeting?
Marketing, 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 marketing. Okay. Marketing, marketing, okay, marketing. Marketing. Marketing the world today are a great many regulatory bodies to give guidance and lay down the laws that protect the public. But at the end of the day, marketers have a duty to care to their consumers and therefore a responsibility to act in legal, decent, and honest way. Okay. Let's keep it going.
The sponsors, Jared McCoy was funding community. You said some slick shit like a vulture. Foolishly, he's gone. The shit is all over due to you stupidly. ARP gave you the closure and did it ruthlessly. You said Shy Money was gonna sign you. That's a lie. You took a couple meetings. That's it, nigga. You satisfied? Yeah. Trying to blame that on Beasley and Smack is why you moving like a gay crybaby, trying to get pacified. What happened to the boy Jazz? Used to be the man, now we all trash. I thought you started up a podcast and battle rap with regret that you went and hauled ass. You said you in the movie and it had an all-star cast. It came out on Tubi and performed bad, looking like a goofy, and it's all sad. Cut his internet off. We just
The booth is on fire. I repeat, the booth is on fire. He's heating up.
need this broadband for real. Word. Damn, what happened to the boy Chaz? If we break it all down, tall task. Him and Drew should just do DoorDash. I saw a Polo video post. You got my boy Flag? This shit is a code. He just go up on Twitter to cope with his fraud ass. Truthfully, this nigga's a joke. He make us all laugh. Whether sniffing or sipping the coke, he got a bar tab. Every year.
Let me dust it off for the haters. The haters in here, I can smell the hate. Yeah. They like, yo, what he saying? He ain't saying that. Yeah. Mickey is going a couple of levels over your heads, as usual.
You say you leaving, but you still here. Hitman said you sick. Bro, you in a wheelchair? I wouldn't be surprised. Why you ain't battle serious? You said you had security. I'm wondering, I'm curious. You said Mills was gonna lose. Now you got me furious. You missed the whole deadline. Talking about mysterious people that never called you. The spaces is Shutter Island. You the island god. I get it now. This brother Wilder. What? The talent, creating a world with nothing around it. Just people listening to you talk. They fucking silent. Mental health is a problem. I'm praying that you get found with nothing but a psychiatrist helping you to get out it. They be talking down on black women like they whack women, and you came from a black woman. Brother hate himself. That's why I gotta give an ass whipping. If DiCaprio hear this, who asks for the planned foot facts?
The length of this joint is 315. The length of this joint is 315. You know the area code to St. Louis. This is strategic. This is cerebral. What are we doing, Mickey? This is getting scarier by the day. He's going to play these joints in his house and he's going to lose his mind. Okay? Leave this man alone. 1 to 5. I'm looking like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis right now. 1 to 5 shots. 5 being the best. I give this joint 4 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mickey, leave this kid alone before something happens to this kid, man. Before Verb does something, leave this dude alone. Day 3 coming tomorrow to play. Later.